Hello, hello, and happy Monday. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I'm in a slightly different setup today, but hopefully everything should be okay. I did do a quick test recording, so I think my sound should be fine. But yeah, if something sounds weird, don't hesitate to let me know. Because I am not in my usual setup, I'm gonna have to say no to any of the costume-based redeems. I don't have any of my costumes with me. So far so good. Awesome. Thanks. Good to see you, Wanderer. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, I decided not to remove the costume redeems just because I figured there was a high chance that I'd forget to put them back in. So instead, I've just removed them from our bingo board. It's not an option. It shouldn't show up. So hopefully people won't choose to redeem it anyway. If they do, I can always just return your points. We should be fine. But yeah, we're back today with the Long Dark. We're going to be working on our Undertaker's Undertaking run. Last time we decided to start heading to Mystery Lake to look for more photo paper. And I think we had just entered the cave towards Winding River. I think we slept to save there. So I could be wrong about that. We might be further into the cave than I remember, but either way, that's the rough goal, is heading to Mystery Lake for now. Yeah, I apologize. My chair is extremely squeaky or creaky. I don't think it should be too big of a problem, but if you hear something, that's all it is. So let's load on in. We're on day 115 and a half, basically. Almost exactly. And let's get to it. Time to cave. Speaking of which, have you been in a cave before? That's a good question. Have I been in a cave before? I feel like the answer is yes, but I can't actually remember. So maybe I haven't been. I've been in very cavernous areas like the catacombs of Paris.
Drop any of this gear.
But have I actually been in a cave? You know, I can't think of it. I can't think of any. So I guess probably not. Okay, so it sounds like we've got a blizzard going, and I can't see anything in here. I guess we'll use our lantern just to get through the cave, try and save our matches for now. We're fully rested. It's just about morning. But what about you? Have you ever been in a cave? Have you been spelunking? I would never go spelunking. Yeah, I don't know why I would have ever been in a cave. So I guess the answer to that is no. Although I say I don't know why I would have ever been in a cave, but I do know that there's this cool cave system in Germany that I've thought of going to. We just haven't yet. It's on our bucket list. So maybe that's why I feel like it's not totally unlikely. Grief point. That's kind of cool. So I'm wearing my in-ear headphones because I didn't pack my big over-ear headphones. And it almost feels like there's more dimension to the game. It sounds so close, this storm. Oh, I don't have any photo paper, do I? No, that's why we're on this hunt. I was gonna say I should take a picture of him while we're here. I'd recommend experiencing it at least once. I've never spelunked, but the family and I went to Mammoth Cave this summer. It's the longest dry cave in the world, 430 miles and counting. Wow. So I think it's safe to say you didn't walk through all 430 miles, but do they have like a cool, like roundabout that you can go through, or is it just you go in and come out, or How does that work? I was also trying to think when we went to the national park in Canada whether there was a cave there that we visited, but I don't think so. I think it was just the waterfalls and the lakes. This weather sounds terrible. Man, I wish they would add in more carns to this game. I think that would be a cool thing to put on their website for them to earn some more cash. They can maybe limit it so it's not overwhelming. Ooh, we could maybe fix up rabbit gear. I mean, we don't really need to, but we could. Okay, so let's see. We found coal. We have a blizzard. And, sorry, I feel like I'm way over. Maybe I should have tweaked my camera just a little bit. And, I don't know. Some of the dome caverns can fit a 2-story house. There are routes to go through about 1 to 2 miles. Some places you need to duck and crawl through. No squeeze points, thankfully. Yikes. Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, that was kind of like like I said, in Paris, the catacombs feel very cavernous. And there are also areas where you do kind of need to shimmy your way through. No like super tight squeeze points there either, but you do have areas where, even for me, and I'm quite short, I had to kind of duck a little bit. Let's maybe carve a little bit.
Man, I could eat anything.
It sounds like the blizzard has cleared up. That's nice. I know I was thinking about fixing our rabbit gear, but I think I'm going to leave this here for now because we're at about 90% on the gloves. And so we can wait and do that when it becomes a little more necessary.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Well, it's no Maglin's weather, but at least it's pretty clear. Not super windy. Maybe we can get by without a torch for a little bit. Ooh. Do we want to grab a bunny? I think we do. Two bunnies. Oh, stop moving. No, I missed. I definitely didn't want to miss on the ice. Bun, 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 bun. Hey, Rob, welcome in. Good to see you. There we go. 2 buns. Bun, 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 bun. That counts as singing, right? Sort of. I can type. I just also can't today. There we go. Alright. Let's grab these bunnies. Maybe we go harvest them inside so we can also then just immediately leave their guts and hides.
My fingers feel numb.
Wow, these headphones, it really sounds so much more detailed. I feel like I can hear stuff in our backpack. That's weird. I know, the poor bunnies. I don't think I could actually do this in real life.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
I've been seeing a lot of wildlife the past couple of days. No bunnies, though. Let's see. We saw a vulture. That was an experience.
Think.
I know, Astrid, I know. And then we saw some turkeys this morning. And some deer. We also this is like nothing super spectacular, but I still enjoyed it. There was this little bird that I saw underneath.
I could eat a horse.
Oh my god, Astrid,
Same
I
like some
know.
of horses.
I know. There was this little bird underneath like a dumpster in this parking lot that we were in this morning as we were running errands. And I was watching it and I saw this little thing bouncing around underneath. It must have been a cricket or something, some sort of little bug that was hopping around. And you saw the little bird like hopping after it, trying to catch it. It did eventually get it. But that was maybe not like the most spectacular wildlife encounter I've ever seen, but it was kind of cool to watch. Let's see, we've got our next bunny. See vultures every day, just need to turn on political news. Yeah, those vultures are much less interesting to see, though. Much less cool. The buns can't even afford their winter coats. Oh no. Maybe we'll be lucky and it'll be Maglin's weather.
Much more.
Now. I'm not super hopeful about that. Oh, we have more than 46. How are we doing on coal? 7. Okay, not quite enough for bingo. But we do have enough sticks for bingo. That's the wrong way. And I should update this.
I could eat a horse.
3 guts. Yes, Astrid, you've made that quite clear. What was that other note that I had for Winding River? Oh, that I already have a stone cache. Lovely. This is definitely not Maglin's weather. And it's so windy. Well, I don't really want to use a torch for this. Because it's just going to go out and I'm going to waste a match. But I also don't really want to use a flare. We'll see how long we can get away with it. Did you know if you put enough peanuts in your mouth and chew properly, you can make your own peanut butter? That is definitely one way to make peanut butter. I don't know that it's necessarily the best way to make peanut butter, especially if you want to put it on toast, because then you're going to have to, like, mama bird it and spit it out.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, I don't want to think about that. Okay, at least we're out of the wind here. If the sky could just clear up so we could have a Maglins kind of day, kind of afternoon, that would be splendid. Eat the bread too, then you already have peanut butter on it. You have a point there. That is certainly a way to do it. Don't know that I would say it's the best or most enjoyable, but I mean, it's all getting to the same place one way or another, right? I do have a place to put a fire here, but it's just not... I just want it to be Maglin's weather. Is that too much to ask? Apparently, yes. So I've been trying a variety of seltzers here, because why not? And the one I have now is grapefruit, which I like, but it could be a little bit stronger. One of the ones I've tried that I really enjoy is blackberry mango. I wasn't really expecting to like that one as much as I did. How are we doing on water? We need to make more water too. Okay. Hey, Mav, welcome in. Good to see you. GG on first. Bulk Barn has machines you can make your own peanut butter in. Really? That's cool. I've only ever seen, like, in grocery stores and stuff, well, they'll have, like, juicers. I mean, I'm sure there's more than just that, but that's what's kind of stuck with me. There's a grocery store that's not too far from where I live that does orange juice. Which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and start getting some water boiling.
God, I could eat a horse.
Alright, yes, yes. Don't eat a horse, eat a rabbit. Moo! Okay, there we go. Let's see. Hunger in the red. And successfully starts a fire. Okay. Loper is a store that has unpackaged stuff, often cheaper than the packaged ones from store. You can bring it as much or as little as you want. That's awesome. I like that idea. 4 more years. Oh my god, Trooper, thank you. Thank you so much for the resub. 48 months. That is mind-blowing. I really appreciate the 4 years of support. That is wild. I hope you're doing well. It's really good to see you. Pay by weight. Yeah, that makes sense. That's really cool though for a lot of ingredients and stuff just to go and get what you need. I really like the concept of these like unpackaged stores. Let's go ahead and make some more. Can we cook anything? We can make some bannock. We could make rosehip pies. Let's go for it. Can't go there very often though. Spend 100 on Skittles, M&M's, chocolate chip cookies. Other things I forget. Yeah, I think it would be a very dangerous place for me for some of those things too. It's been a week. Heat is broken if only temporarily, so that's something. That is something. Hopefully the temporary is not, you know, too short of a break. Hopefully you get to actually enjoy it. "36 minutes until ready." Okay. I really wish that the wind would just kind of die down so we could take a torch and not have to worry about it. Because otherwise we're just going to go around the corner and it's going to be blown out immediately. But at least we're not stinky anymore. Now that we've finished eating our rabbits. Oh. Okay. Hold on, let me just jot that down so that I don't forget. Prologue, go way back. If refund. See update blog. And you said that that had to be done before the 17th, right? Yeah, okay. I'll try and do that today, so I don't forget. Yeah. Okay, yes, I have written it down. I will put it right here so that I can do it right after stream. They have all sorts of candies and stuff, but also peanuts, pretzels, other snacks, spices. That's awesome. Especially the spices, I think, is such a big deal because there are so many recipes where it's just like, I just need a little bit. And others that I use so much of that I could, you know, go through probably a pound of the spices. Sorry. Sorry about the camera movement there. So yeah, that's awesome. How's you not sure I've seen your camera like this before? um, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. This is a different setup. I'm visiting family, so not my usual location, but I'm doing pretty well. Um, I was just saying earlier that I've had quite a few wildlife sightings since I arrived. I saw a vulture and some turkeys and deer. It's very cool. The weather's been kind of meh. Like, it's not super, super hot, but it's been very muggy. So... And I don't see that changing anytime soon, because we're supposed to get rain more often than not the next couple of days, so... Whatever, at least it's just humid and not super, super hot. Or on the days that it is really hot, it's not usually as bad, but... It's a bit of an adjustment. The Prologue, Zach was big on that one before it got abandoned. I really enjoyed trying out Prologue, and I was hoping that they would add in some quality of life updates to make it a little bit smoother, because at least when I was playing it, I had some issues with screen tearing. More so as I was streaming it, like you saw it more on stream than I actually had on my end. But it definitely had potential. It was a cool game. I did enjoy the concept. Even though it was a little hard on my PC because of the optimization, but yeah. It's too bad that it's being abandoned. Yeah, of course, Mav. I totally understand. Absolutely. Saw some baby deer Friday. They were crossing the street right in front of me. Had to hop over a picket fence to get out of the yard they were in. That is so cute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we just saw 2, like, adult deer out in a field. They haven't been super visible recently because it's been so hot. They usually hang out in the fields, like, in the early mornings and in the late afternoons. But it's apparently been, a little toasty for them. But we saw them this morning where it was a little bit cooler. They were hanging by the tree line, which was really nice. I know that there are some bunnies that like to hang around the house, but I don't expect to see them this time of year. They're usually out earlier in the spring, like late spring, early summer. I'm just gonna randomly touch the cards that we see in the hopes that maybe I'll just magically find all of them. We're gonna definitely have a lot of repeats, though. Mama deer often leave their babies alone in yards while wandering because the babies don't have their own scent yet, so predators will follow the mothers, not the babies. That's interesting. I knew that they left them, but I didn't realize that that was why. I always thought it was more of just like, oh, they're, they can't go as far, they can't, they don't have the stamina, maybe you don't have as much strength and energy and whatnot, and so thought they were maybe a hindrance, but that's really, really cool that they don't have a scent yet.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Alright, that's good to know. I did write down the whole thing about the update blog, and I'll reach out to support if it doesn't work out right away, but yeah, we'll get that refund for you. Yeah, exactly. I assumed that it was just because of the walking difficulties, because, even though they come out walking, unlike human babies, it takes some practice. That's normal. Yeah, that makes sense. Very cool. But yeah, the vulture was really interesting because it was in the middle of the road. It had obviously found some roadkill. And it just did not care whatsoever that we were headed towards it with a car. So we obviously had to stop until it got off the road. But as we were approaching it, my first thought was turkey, because you don't see a ton of vultures around here. And so my first thought was that it was just a turkey crossing the road, but you usually don't see singular solo turkeys. So I was like, what? That's weird. And then as we got closer, I realized, oh, he's eating something off the road. That is not a turkey. Hey, better that than nothing. Quick spin. I was actually just thinking, man, am I glad that I don't have quick spin. Alright, I don't think we've left anything in the dam, so I'm not gonna be super thorough. We're just gonna briefly look things over. Just in case anything jumps out at me. Hopefully nothing jumps out at me. We're here alone. Okay, whole lot of nothing. It says searched. What did I leave here? Game? There we go. A book. Okay. Not stuff we need. What do you say when you don't find anything useful in Carter Hydro? Damn it. I like that. There we go. So current plan in next game besides TLD. I think after I get back to my normal setup, we'll probably do half TLD and half Legend of Grimrock 2, because we talked about doing, I think it's Signalis, is how to pronounce it potentially, for Halloween. So I want to give myself enough time to get through Legend of Grimrock before we do Variety for Halloween. How have I missed this? It's empty. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I might try and finish Level Devil, but I don't foresee myself ever being able to actually finish all of the levels. I think we might have reached the point where my skills are at their limits. Whole lot of nothing. Yeah, I've got Signalis on my wish list, so I've been keeping an eye on it in case it goes on sale. But yeah, I was thinking we would do that for Halloween because Wanderer had suggested that, and thought we'd give that a try. Hey, Kaiser, welcome in. Yeah, I'm just in a new setup just for the next week or so. Visiting family, so making do with what I have. But it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Not seeing anything useful here, but I didn't think there would be. I think I would have left notes if I had left anything useful here. If we left anything useful in the dam, it's going to be an upper dam. Man, I wish I had more photo paper right now. US right now. Which is why I'm a little bit later than usual. Yeah. Let's see. Leave anything interesting here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. I think, if I remember correctly, I left photo paper at Trappers. Near Mystery Lake. Film at Trappers. So I don't know that we'll actually make it all the way over there before nightfall, but we can maybe get to the logging area. Where I am, there's not currently a heat wave.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
It's warm, but it's not unbearable. It's more humid than anything because we got quite a bit of rain last night. It actually woke me up. I wasn't sure what was going on. It was just like 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, what is that sound? It was the rain.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Alright, we need to grab some more torches. But is the heat really bad where you are right now? I know
Think about his food.
I know that where most of my family is in Europe, it's toasty. It's not as bad as that heat wave that we had in June. But it is definitely up there. Our heat wave was the last one. Things have been very dry in Europe lately. Yeah, I did see on Reddit there was that forest fire warning map, and I had heard from like friends and family that as of right now there's like a ban on barbecuing and grilling and stuff outside because it's just too risky. Greece facing a crisis due to very low water levels in the Danube. Oh my goodness. I had not heard about that. I had heard about some of the forest fires. I had heard, and I saw how dry things were when I left. So I wasn't really shocked to see that there was like high wildfire risk. Let's get rid of some of these. But I didn't hear about the low water levels, and I just got rid of one of them. Whatever. Okay, we can call all of the torch things. So before, when I was a kid, we had like 1 or 2 days of 30-degree weather during the summer. Now we have 2 or more weeks of 40 degrees. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely noticeable. Except England, nothing is ever dry in England. Greece facing an electricity crisis. The water level is so low we had to turn off our nuclear power plant that supplies half the country's domestic energy production. Oh my god. No, I hadn't heard about that. That is bad. The pipe doesn't safely reach into it to suck enough water to plant to cool it. I did know that a lot of the rivers were low. Because like a lot of the rivers in Germany have been on the lower side too. But I hadn't heard about that. That's scary. Actually, we might even be able to make it to Trappers tonight. Here I am typing Trappers into the bingo events list instead of torch. We had more than 10 torches on us. I just dumped some. Yeah, that's scary. And then here we had the exact opposite problem. Actually, like I said, we had these like rainstorm last night, and when I was flying in, we actually had to take a detour because there was so many rain clouds and turbulence and stuff that we kind of had to go like up and around from the other side to the airport, which took us a little bit longer than planned. And apparently on the way to pick me up from the airport, my family was like, yeah, we saw a car that had clearly hydroplaned. So too much water over here, not enough over there. Good day, Lily. Welcome in. Nice try, Rob. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Don't think you want a cool nuclear power plant with sewer water. I don't think so either. I can't imagine that's a good idea. I'm doing really well. Thank you. Yeah, it's, I think I've finally adjusted to the time zone, and, it's good to be with family. It's a shitty way to cool things. That's true. But you might piss some people off. Are we enjoying some rain? Oh yeah. Yeah, I was saying earlier that last night there was a rainstorm that woke me up. I woke up and just like, what is that sound? Like at first I thought it was maybe the air conditioning or something like that, but I was like, why would it wake me up all of a sudden? I was laying there and thought, I'm pretty sure that's rain. So I got up and I opened the blinds, and sure enough, it's just like rain everywhere and just like absolute madness outside. Yeah. To hook up the hamster wheels to the power grid. You're gonna need a lot of hamsters for that.
I could eat a horse.
Oh, yeah, I gotta feed her. How are we doing on energy? I guess we could feed her one of these rosehip pies. And we could maybe hunt this wolf for some food. Our weather currently has two moods, extreme heat and tropical storm. Yikes. Yeah, before I left, the weather hadn't been that bad in our area. It had been sunny.
Oh, I'm starving.
Not like super, super hot, but it had been very sunny, and so everything dried out, and I could tell that everything was dry. But I don't think I realized just how bad it was until I saw that, like, that map of Europe that was showing, like, where the risk of wildfires were. Oh! I can't believe I missed him. I can't believe I missed him. My mouse kind of just is not getting my head in the game. Let's see. Misses a shot. I should have said that earlier, actually, because of the bunny. I missed the bunny shot, too. That's okay. He'll be back over here, and we can get him again. Unless he went back there, in which case maybe he won't notice us. Chinny didn't steal the arrow. Well, if I had actually gotten it into him, he might have. But I had terrible aim just now. I think I need to move some of my mouse's cable out of the way. There we go. So we were out shopping at a store the other day, and I heard this whistling. And I was like, oh, someone's just whistling. But it was very oddly regular and a little mechanical. And I was like, no, that doesn't really sound like someone's whistling. And sure enough, it wasn't. It was a robot. It was like going through the aisles, checking stock and looking for spills and stuff. I was like, this is really weird. But the weirdest bit about it is on one side of the robot, which is just like this tall pillar thing, on one side of it, it had a little screen with just like blinking cartoon eyes. I was like, was that really necessary? Did we really need to try and make it kind of humanish? Because I feel like that wasn't necessary. It was a very odd experience. I don't know how I feel about living in the future. Maybe we'll see a deer over here that we can shoot. I could definitely use some deer meat. There's usually a deer around here, I think. Although maybe not. Maybe they're gonna roll and spawn in a moose for us. I wouldn't hate that. I just have all of these random fire pits scattered around. From all the times that we've just killed something and let it sit. I am a little concerned about our film limiting us, like the amount of film that we've found so far. I'm sure there are still places where we can get film. Because there are regions we haven't been to yet, there are probably spots in different regions that we haven't really visited. And I think someone said that we could trade for film, which I really hope is the case. Because I'm a tad concerned that that's going to be a limiting factor in this challenge. Prepare some more portraits for Legend of Grimrock 2. You best know what party you build beforehand. Put my hand on one rattling will be part of the group. Can you trade for it? I think I've heard you can. Hey, Snow, welcome in. Good to see you. That definitely startled me. I think I've heard that you can trade for it, but I'm not 100% sure because it hasn't showed up on any of my trades yet, but I've only done 2. And yeah, I think a rattling might have to make an appearance for 2 reasons. One, obviously, because, you know, rats, mice, we're friends of all rodents here. And secondly, because it's different from the original selection of creatures that we had in Legend of Grimrock 1. How's it going? It's going pretty well, thanks. I hope you're doing well too. I'm a little concerned about this particular challenge because I'm already not sure that I'm going to have enough film. And if I don't, I'm gonna just have to come up with a new plan for keeping track of everything. Oh, this tea was not nearly as hot as I thought it was going to be. I should have started with that. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Yeah, we were just talking about all the wild weather that's been happening across the globe. How we had, like, downpours here, where I am, and how, like, Europe is really, really dry at the moment and dealing with lots of problems with fires and low rivers and not being able to, you know, keep up enough water flow to power plants. So. I haven't picked up TLD for a while. Maybe when I play it the next time, I'd try Outer Loper for once. I've actually considered trying Outer Loper at some point. So if you do it, let me know what you think. I kind of thought Outer Loper would be a cool step up in difficulty that is not going to Nagoa, because I've done Nagoa before, and it's just not for me. I mean, I could probably get away with it, and it could be fun, I think, in some contexts, but I enjoy being able to use my health as a resource, too. Do I start pumping aerosols into the sky again? Just not the ozone-destroying kind this time. I guess we'll have to see what happens. I hope we can do something about these problems. I know that history has shown that that's not really our strong suit, but I still have not given up hope that we might come together and actually do something. We're definitely going to make some birch bark tea. Yeah, this mug is probably like 20 years old at this point or something. I got it when we went on a family vacation to Hershey Park. It's got a little Hershey's Kiss on the other side. It's one of my bigger mugs here. I don't have any ginormous mugs. I have this one and I have a tall, relatively skinny Grinch mug that I got when I went on a trip to Orlando. And that's about it. All the other ones are very standard size mugs. I don't know what it is with my folks and standard sized mugs. Who needs that? The mega mugs are where it's at.
I need to find food.
We do need to find food. There's a deer. Let's go get that deer. A deer is food. There's also a bunny. Let's maybe go ahead and have this last rosehip pie. And then I think what we're going to do is just start a fire over here just so that we can put out our torch, but that we'll still have some, like a fire going so we can come and grab a torch. We don't have to use another match.
Come on, little fire.
We'll do that. We'll put this out. Grab this. Let's go get this deer. My oldest one is like 15 years old. Rip older mugs. And it's down. That was a great shot, if I may say so myself. I think we can even say I'm celebrating an in-game success. Well, a lot of these older ones didn't get a ton of use. Oh, our arrow broke. Because like this one, when I got it, I was too young to drink coffee, didn't really drink a lot of tea. And so it was just like for a couple of hot chocolates per winter. So they've definitely been saved a lot of use that way. It's also a really good mug. It's got very thick walls and like a very good sized handle. I'm very happy with it. But I'm one of those people, I could definitely like collect mugs. Let's try, Rob. Nice try. I could definitely collect them. It's more that I'm running out of space in my in my cabinet, my mug cabinet.
Come on, little fire.
But I'm also playing a very dangerous game right now, drinking tea with a white shirt on. I basically never wear white because I am kind of klutzy and I spill a lot. And so the chances of a spill are very high. My main problem with tea is that when I get the good ones, it's always gone way too quick. I hear you there. I always have to have an absurd amount of tea because I go through it so quickly. Gonna look now if an actual wolf appears. You're right. You're basically being the chatter who cried wolf.
I could eat anything right now.
7 minutes. Okay, here you go, Astrid. Have some deer meat. Oh, look at that. We are nice and full now. can of tea at a time, then you have 2 or so cups, turn around and the can is empty. I definitely know that problem. It was so funny because one of my favorite teas, I can get in Germany, but I have to import it. So the smallest package I've found online is something like 6 boxes, and each box has 20 or 24 bags. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh no, I don't know. I don't want it to go bad. That's such a long time. Yeah, well, or that's such a lot to go through, and I don't want it to, get weak over time. It was not a problem. I'm already through like half of the boxes, I think. I go through it so fast. And I realize this because I drink like 2 to 3 cups a day. So it's only like a couple of weeks per box. 8 minutes. Maybe we can do that with this. There we go. Saw something where the FDA in the US allowed companies to use low-dose carbon monoxide on food. Causes the exterior of meat to remain bright red for up to 28 days. Means the inside could be rotting, but it looks fine on the outside. That's a horrifying thought. Yuck. Like Hagebutte Hibiscus from Teegeschwender. Ooh. I like both Hagebutte and hibiscus. I can imagine that that's really good. I gotta try that at some point. Alright, how is our fire doing? We still have over an hour and a half. I think we're just gonna push for it. Yeah, that sounds really tasty. And I know that that's a good brand, too. Like 500 grams last year or so ago because I make them so seldom. I still got some left. It sounds tasty. I can imagine that in winter time as being very cozy. Let's go ahead and move this. And one of the loose leaf teas that I like a lot is just like from Aldi, and it's green tea with jasmine. Oh, wind. Don't be like that. Still tastes good as the day I got it, thanks to putting it in a glass. That's the way to do it. Okay. I have a feeling we might end up losing our torch to the wind. But I hope not. Okay, let's see. Maybe if we stick to the rocks. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it. To keep it fresh for as long as possible. No?